Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today is April 5th, 2019. Talking about the key. It has the 12333 National Day. Check this out. It is for the Municipal Departments of Human Resources and Social Security. That's the Social Security branch in China. So let's check this out. First, keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. And let me go here. Let me break out the chat here real quick. See if anybody comes on. This is doing a pretty late. So what time it is? It's about 4:30. Excuse me. That's Sydney time. It's about 10:30 in California. So we'll see. But anyway, what is going on here? We'll take a look. And this is news for the key. TKY is the ticker. And, well, first, this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Okay. So here it is. Here's a Medium post. This is how they like to, put forth their events and stuff like that. The news. A lot of it comes in Medium. There's a link below to this article. And so let's go over. It says the key IDV product. That's what they develop, IDV for identity verification. So the product was demonstrated in 12333 National Day across China. So this was posted on April 3rd, yesterday, and it occurred on March 30th in Kaifeng City. So what they did is that this is the first annual 12333 National Day, and it was launched by the provincial and municipal departments of Human Resources and Social Security in hundreds of regions and cities across China, and they're aiming to promote the Social Security services that by providing education of the Social Security policies, stuff like that, and demonstrating applications and solutions. So it's kind of like a hey, come get to know your human resources and Social Security, for China. So the key's dealing with Social Security, okay, and that is, what is it called? The country's Social Security program. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff under it. It's called, it's the Municipal Human Resources and Social Security. That's the municipality that it's called. So it's broken down into regions, of course. So they have regional sections, like how different states have theirs. But it's a national thing. So this is really cool. So they're doing stuff with them, and so if you read on down below here, so the key was doing demos and stuff like that, showing the people, and they said they aroused lots of attention and applause from the officials and citizens. So here's a picture, as you can see here. We'll zoom in. So yeah, I mean, there's people there, and this is just one of them, okay? And so that's like pretty cool, and that's just in Kaifeng City. And that is in the Henan province. They said thousands of citizens came. And so this is like really cool. Here's some of the officials here. And the big one is Jin Song, member of party leadership group. Okay. So you have a party member there. Big deal. It's like a congressman, right? Congressman, senator, that type of thing. And the Deputy Director of the Bureau of Human Resources and Social Security of Kaifeng. So, isn't that really cool? The thing is that with the key, there's been a lot of, let's say, nervousness about the key, and how they really don't put forward updates, like daily updates or weekly updates. The key's busy doing stuff like this, okay? They're not into marketing at all. They say they're going to look at that in the future, but they're into marketing to getting their product done with these guys here. That's their main gig, is getting the key setup and the IDV solution setup to work with the Social Security program. And you're going, okay, well, let's continue moving on. So they have booths set up where people come by and look at the application and scan it and stuff like that. Okay, and so it says the app was launched exclusively by the Key in 2015. So it's been a while that this has been going, and the thing is that so what it is that it's a multifunctional mobile service platform delivering Social Security, medical insurance, health treatment, medical purchasing, and pension payment. Look at that. Boom. On mobile. All that cool stuff on mobile. So this is what the Key has been doing, and what they're let's move on here. We'll get more into that. Based on the Key's medical insurance, medical treatment, medicine platform, like drugs and stuff, you have to go to the pharmacy. The app can integrate personal data of medical insurance, medical treatment, and medicine purchasing by its core technologies of medical data collection, cleansing, and processing. Isn't that really awesome? If you didn't know, that's what the Key did. That's part of the BDMI, the biometric data stuff, and that's also people can be identified that they are the real person who they say they are. And that's really important when you're sending somebody a pension payment. You don't want your pension payment to be stolen by a fraudster, right? And so this is a really important thing. And then plus they're collecting, cleansing, and processing the data in the background. They're plugging into multiple government databases and stuff to actually verify that this person is the person who they say they are. And that gives trust to those that are providing the actual payments, the medical treatments, etc. So the medical term standardization. Now this is a big deal. I'm still reading on medical term standardization. That is really a huge deal, because just think of billing, doctor office billing. You went in for, I don't know, let's say you went in for a CAT scan or a PET scan or something like that. And so what is the billing code? Is there a standard billing code for that? And that's important for standardizations, not only across the medical institutions, but as well as the insurance companies that are paying for it. And that's so that their data can be synchronized so much easier. So just doing this alone is a huge deal, and it really helps in medical data analysis, data security, just many benefits of doing that between the medical institutions and the insurance companies and so on and so forth. Huge deal. We sometimes in the U.S. we still have problems with this, and I think a lot of countries still have problems with this. It's getting there, but not 100%, right? Okay, anyway, the service of the smart medical insurance, medical treatment, and medicine purchasing, blah blah blah. You can go ahead and read that on your own. Talks about the dynamic multidimensional identification. That's where it's tapping into the various resources, scrubbing the information, getting it cleaned up, that type of stuff. Verifying the identity. Yeah, it's doing cross-checking on a large amount of personal identity information. That's no joke. So like right now, by the end of March, at the end of March of 2019, there's over 300,000 users enjoying the services just in Kaifeng. Okay, just in Kaifeng. And the application was chosen as like one of the forefront cases for Social Security to show all the people that, hey, we're making progress. So this is a government agency. Think of Social Security in the United States, and then some, okay? But imagine them saying, hey, we have this new program that you can launch on your phone where you can get payments and all this other good stuff. And so the Keys application is what they're showing people on how they can make on how it's making their lives easier and getting payments quicker and billings done and stuff like that. Huge deal, especially if you're like used to having long waits and data stuff not being messed up because of paper or whatever. Okay, so this is really a huge deal. And yeah, the key's dedicated to IDV development. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're all about. Okay, and another thing is that, just moving on, this gives more about the key and stuff like that. Key's dedicated to IDV development and application in the Social Security industry. It's the industry as a whole, okay? And they helped to establish the Joint Innovative Laboratory for Social and Commercial Insurance. This is back on 2017. And along with whatever it says here, together with the China Social Insurance Association, Insurance Society of China, that's a big deal, Bureau of Human Resources and Social Security of Kaifeng, China Pacific Insurance, and China Life Group Company. And this is the first, those companies are like huge, okay? And what does it say down here? It says the first time Social Security data has been utilized in the whole process of commercial insurance. This is in December 2018 and signifies a milestone for the Social Security data socialization and commercialization. Excuse me. Let me get some coffee here. It's like almost 5 in Sydney, so I need coffee. Anyway, it says security data and commercialization. The commercialization, hey, what do you think that is? TKY, man. So we'll see. When they start doing, right now they're getting the backbone in place. They're doing rollouts to the cities, showing people all this great stuff, getting the backbone done. They're working on their mainnet. They were hooked up with Neo, but they have to do their own because simply there wasn't anything large enough to handle all the users in China that they have. Okay, so they have to create their own mainnet to be able to handle it. They'll probably be impressive. Okay, it'll have to be impressive, in order to handle the number of customers that they need to accomplish. Okay, because you're looking at Social Security on a nationwide basis. You're looking at pension payments, medical stuff, life insurance, homeowners insurance, huge stuff. It's like, do you know China Life? It says China Life. Well, it's China Life Insurance Group Company, short for China Life. They're the largest life insurance company in China. And there's a link below. Here's a little Wikipedia thing of them. China Life Insurance Company. Yeah. And so you can read that. 362 billion in assets. And that was in 2015. Okay. Founded years ago. 70 years ago as PIC. Yeah. So they're dealing with China Life. Here's the China Pacific Insurance Company. They used to have group in their company limited. So it's, So it's China, it's Pacific Insurance. And they have, they're huge, okay? They're the second largest property insurance and the third largest life insurance in China. All right? China Life is larger than them for life insurance. And then you have Ping An, okay? There's good old China Life. And, PIC. Yeah. So there's that. There's a link so you can see that. Here's the Insurance Society of China. And if you just read this, it's like amazing, okay? And so the key is affiliated with these guys. Truly amazing. 37 insurance institutions. Look at all those connections. Look at all those networking. Networking. Think of this as a networking group where they all talk to each other, right? And they come up with ways to get things done. They come up with ideas for standards. They come up whatever. So, oh, how can your department talk to my department? Oh, here's the key. How can we, integrate that? That type of stuff. Okay, the key's in there. It's just 417 council members. I mean, it's a pretty big group. Research, educational institutions, 109 insurance companies. Yeah. So this is the key. The key has ties, and it is deeply integrated into the core fabric of China, and they're helping to build the infrastructure up for China. So this is a very deeply integrated integration project, and they have a huge pilot program going on right now that should be up for review in June of this year. So we might hear something July, August on the results of that. And so we'll see in that test run whether or not to see the feasibility if it's going to move forward nationwide. But given this, that they're actually doing this and everybody's looking cool, looks like they're rolling it out. Looks like, hey people, we're introducing you to our new fantastic app that's going to make your life easier. So yeah, so that is the key. And where can you get the key? Well, you go over here. This is the key. And oh look, 30-day, 30%. Isn't that nice? Where can you get the key? You can get it on KuCoin. Is a good place to get it. And let's see, exchanges. Yeah, KuCoin's the main one. And, I like KuCoin. I actually transferred some Digibyte there from the wallet to KuCoin. And it took about a minute for it to actually show up on KuCoin, and then about another 5 minutes until I could actually spend it. Tried doing the same thing on Binance with Ethereum from Coinbase, and that process was like 45 minutes to an hour. It's like, oh my god, I hope I didn't lose my ETH. but anyway, KuCoin is pretty cool. So you can get them there, and let's go take a look at KuCoin. So you see this China Life, and oh, here's something else here. That's good news. This is on their international competitive bidding program that they won. Okay, it's official. They won. They're actually getting money. This is by the People's Bank of China, the PBOC guys, and the Nanjing Municipal Government. Okay, so yeah, the People's Bank of China and the government are working together with the Key. The Key will receive funding support, so they're being paid for this project. Okay, it's an incubation project. In other words, they're getting money to help pay their developers and stuff. And another thing is that you could look at eBaoNet. That's like the Key's holding company. And you can check that out. But the Key, people are saying, oh, the Key's fake. Yeah, how fake does that look to you? Okay. I know it's kind of strange to have guys with their hands on the wall, but oh well. I just thought that was... there must be something to it about that. Anyway, this is more serious. The Key's winning of the International Competitive Bidding ICB call launched by the People's Bank of China. Actual contract has been signed. Okay. And this was on January 29th. Okay. If you guys didn't know that. And so this is a big deal. And it's a positive. This is a positive gesture from the PBOC to utilize the technology in facilitating the development of National Digital Assets Registration. Ooh. Clearance and Settlement Center. Ooh. Imagine that. National Digital Assets Registration. That's a big deal. right? Let's look at that. Let's just Google that real quick. Well, I don't feel like it right now. It's going to take too long, but you guys can look that up. But this is a big deal. They have the National Digital Assets Registration. Remember that list? Oh, I think maybe if we go over to let's go over to VeChain. I think there's a link to it where they're talking about it in oh no, I think it was in Neo. Neo be easier to find because there's not many users on Neo. No disrespect, Neo. It's just it's not as busy as on Reddit as VeChain. Let's see. I know it. Oh yeah, is Neo part of the China Registration Blockchain Service Providers list? So yeah, we can all read that. You know, I'll pause the screen so you can give that a read. But VeChain is on that list, so they have to get registered and stuff like that. Yeah, they have to get registered. Digital assets. The key's there. I just showed you that list. Way cool. So, give me your thoughts on the key. Where are they at right now? Let's go to KuCoin. Let's go to exchange. Good. I'm logged out. Go up here to select pair. TKY. Look, you can buy it on Neo. Isn't that cool? You can get it on USDT. Ooh, that's cool. Let's look at it versus BTC, shall we? Scroll out here. This is on the daily. And as you can see, just whoom, drop down. Oh, look, guys. All-time lows. Ooh. How many sats is that? 58? Something like that? Ooh. All-time lows. Came out with big news. Ooh. What do you think of that? You tell me. And one thing that was just music to my ears is that here's another thing in the key. Go to their Reddit, and here's their Reddit page. See this one here? The key, essential information. Definitely click on that. Tells you about their copyrights. Scroll on down. Their progress and partners. Tons of links. They're giving information here. Okay? They have past events, AMAs. They're updating people. It's just they're not holding your hands, okay? Here's the wallet, the O3. That's a very popular one, right? The O3 for iOS and Android. They have a desktop wallet, which is Neo, because they're Neo-based right now. They're Neo-based right now, but they're switching over. Here's a list of their exchanges, KuCoin being the best one in my opinion. And yeah, it talks about it here. And this is like really like the essential information, okay? Tons of research you can do. So that is really cool. But yeah, the key. Look at that. All-time lows. All-time lows. It's less than a penny. It's, let's see, 0, 0, 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So you have 6 zeros. 5795. Yeah. So you guys can pick up a chunk of this for not so much if you so choose. So, what do you think of the key? Go ahead and leave leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, get notified of this, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go over to the chat, see if anyone's there. It's kind of late, but we'll see. And we'll go from there. But as far as the presentation, this is the end of that video. So have a good night if you're going to bail. And let's see. Hey, Fawad is here. Hey, Fawad, how's it going? Good to see you. And Dances is here. And dances reluctantly. Hey. And Dancer says, buy low. Oh, is that what you do? I thought you're supposed to buy high and sell low. That's the norm, isn't it, in the crypto market? Dances is impressed with KuCoin's makeover. Yeah, it's pretty cool. One really nice thing is that you have the multiple tabs that don't go away. You can click on them. And they're just links, they have to refresh, but you can click on them and go back and forth. That's cool. You have the little search thing up here. That's cool. It's a nice exchange. The purchase, the buy and sell is super easy. You can do limit, market, stops, all that good stuff. You can expand that. You have like the 3-month, 1-month views. It's quite nice. You have the daily view. Not a ton, as you can see here. This is real funky looking, right? Not a ton of volume on this guy. Let's go out to the 6-month. There. Okay, so yeah, that's how to get to the 2 hour. Let's go to the 1 week. Okay, so that's the weekly view. Boom, boom. And look, what is this pattern? Do you notice what this pattern is for all those people that like patterns? That's a W pattern, right, guys? It's a W pattern forming. W pattern forming. We'll see where it goes. W's are better than M's, right? If you're into patterns. So, there. So, Dancer says buy low. Okay, that's cool. What else you got to say? Yeah, since they upgraded their platform, yeah, it's absolutely true. Oh, Liz wants to know, when are they going to switch over? That's to their mainnet. We don't know yet. We know that they are going to go on their mainnet, but it's going to be, right now they're on Neo and they're going to switch. I would assume that KuCoin is going to handle that, the switching, like they've done for VeChain and some others. So we'll see what we have to do, but no one knows. I mean, this Medium article is the first news that people have had from the key for a while. They've had people on their Reddit talking about suing the key and getting the money back and all this and stuff for fraud, and like they're joking. It's I mean, you basically have a congressman sitting there showing off, and he knows all about the key. Chinese party member, okay? And to say that this thing's a joke, we'll see, but it's crypto, and so yeah, it could go to zero, and they could, I don't know, they could privatize the key, and outside coin purchasers might not get anything. I don't know. That's just like way out there. I don't think that's the thing, because the key wants to go worldwide on providing their services. Are they going to be tied into Chinese databases? No. But, I mean, they could be tied into Australia's databases and have kind of like a separate, the key. But everything would still run on the key, because the key and the BDMI stuff are different. Okay, they're separate. So right now they're basically working on the mainnet to put TKY on top of their existing platform that's been around since 2015. And this is so that they can, it'll make payments and stuff easier. And they're figuring that out. And they're actually working with the People's Bank of China on figuring it out and getting the key out there and stuff like that. So this is one of the ones to watch. And but yeah, people were all upset about the key, and they probably still are. And I am absolutely fine with that. That's music to my ears, because what does it do? It drives it low, man. I mean, record low. And just to give you info on this, their ICO is 3 cents. It's way below that. Yeah, their ICO is 3 cents. Way below that. And they are going to use Catherine Lee, the chairwoman, the chair CEO of the Key, said, yeah, TKY is going to be used for the lookups and stuff. It's going to be used. A lot of people are speculating on that, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm thinking that somebody will like Qcoin. It's a good exchange. I mean, I like Qcoin. So I'm assuming that they'll be handling the switch for them. So we'll see. Good question, Liz. Thanks. Scout Sniper says, do I like the Key? Yes, I like the Key. I actually hold it. Okay, I'm not going to say how much, but there you go. I mean, $10 can get you a lot. I'm not saying buy it, but you know, if you got an extra $10, hey, that's not going to hurt you or anything. It's not going to make you rich, but hey, this is a fun one to watch. It's interesting. For me, it's really, really interesting from a geopolitical aspect. That's what really interests me. And Fawad might think similar. Because he's in like geopolitical stuff, let's say. And that's really interesting just to see how crypto is working around the world. Truly, I mean, guys, we are in the beginning. They're trying to get stuff rolling along. It's like the beginning of the internet. Except I think it's going to be much bigger. And so the answer to your question is yes, I like the Key and have for a very long time. When I first got in it was right around in here. Okay? Way back at the beginning. Not too long after it became available. Hey, Sir Tony says hello. Hello there, Sir Tony. Hey, Slim Shady says have a good night. Have a good night, Slim. And then Fawad says, can you imagine if TKY goes crazy like Neo did? Imagine the hype if this Chinese government starts using it, or even a single province adopts the Key. Totally huge. This is doing pension payments. They're going to gear this thing up for pension payments. I mean, think of it as just Social Security. If just Social Security in the United States, okay. They said, all right, well, we're going to use the Key. So every time you want to get your Social Security check, you have to put your little finger on your phone or a little device, and then we'll transfer the funds to make sure that it's you. And then, yeah, you're going to have to pay 2 or 3 key or 10 key or whatever amount, right, to get for the processing fees. And they're thinking, the Key's thinking around $5 U.S. equivalent for processing fees, so we'll see. 5, it depends what it is. If it's going to be like a, like some type of an approval process for like getting a loan on a house or something like that, then it might be more expensive, like $15-20. But it just depends. So those are the use cases that they're looking at. But yeah, if it's just the United States and then take that times 10, whoa, yeah, you have China. And then it's not only that, it's like the Medicare system. So you add that onto it. So you have Social Security and Medicare. Oh, and then let's not stop there. Let's add on welfare. Okay, so we have the welfare, Social Security, pension payments, for government pension payments. You have life insurance, you have health insurance. Oh, and then you have the medical stuff as far as going to the doctor's office, the medical insurance, the stuff at the pharmaceuticals for pharmacies. You have the pharmacy stuff, the medicines. It just goes on and on. This is the only thing that competes in size to this in the whole entire spectrum of crypto is VeChain. That's it. And that's VeChain. The key is like the crypto for the Chinese government. Okay? So it's larger. VeChain is like crypto for business. Yeah. Two tremendous cryptos out there and that have really gotten a tremendous amount of FUD. And these are like highly value. They have very high value. But it's not reflected in the price. Price and value are different. People don't know how to judge. They don't know how to associate or assign a price to value for some reason. And I don't know. They're just not used to doing that anymore. But yeah, tremendous, isn't it, Fawad? Tremendous. And if it's only just the Social Security aspect of it, that would be tremendous. But it's not. It's way more. Do your research. Read those 2 articles I have. Go and do the research on the key on that Reddit page and look at all those links. Okay? And Danza says Matrix AI. Matrix is another big one. Okay? They have government contracts as well with China. Matrix AI mainnet is launching in a few days for those unaware. I heard holders have infinite time to convert, and it can all be done in the wallet. Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, so that's good news. Thanks, Dances. Yeah, check out Matrix AI. MAN is the ticker on it. Do your research on those. They have some. They're with the One Belt One Road initiative, the 5-year plan, right? So check those out. Check out Matrix AI. Fawad says, if adoption takes place like the key hopes and suggests, Catherine and the team will need to get better at communicating. Yeah, they have a firm already retained to do just that. Okay, we haven't seen anything from them, but they already have a firm. Okay, so they know about that, and it's in the works. Liz says, that'd be great if Qcoin would handle the coin conversion to the mainnet. Yeah. Oh, and she downloaded the N3 Neo wallet. How do you like that? But didn't feel confident about transferring to a mobile wallet. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer desktop stuff. And one thing that you can do, I'll give you guys a little hint on one thing. You can go down to Best Buy or whatever, and you can get an external little bay that you can plug in like an SSD card or a hard drive into. Sometimes they have it like both, and it plugs into a USB. Okay? And then, so you can get a SSD card, and then you plop that in, you format it, you put Windows or Linux or whatever on it. Usually for this, you put on Windows, right? And then you go ahead and install your wallets, whatever, and then when you're done, you can just take that SSD card out, and so it's like that SSD card that's formatted with the operating system, that's like your whole computer, and it's offline. Okay, it's one way to do it. And then you can, like, when the computer boots up, you hit like escape or whatever to bring up the boot menu. It depends on the computer, but it brings up the boot menu, and you can say, oh, boot to my regular hard drive or boot to this like SSD, whatever. And so that's one way you can do it. and feel more confident actually about having that on a PC. Yeah, I'm always a little bit leery of mobile. Dancer says it can make your grandchildren rich. $10 of the key. Well, right now, I mean, it's like nothing. So you got $10. What if it goes to like $15? My gosh, that would be awesome. It's good to dream, but it could be a reality, man. I mean, we'll see. Ah, heavens. Or great-grandchildren. Or even in this lifetime, we'll see. So Hawad's asking, do you think the People's the People's Republic of China would put all their eggs in one basket in terms of the key? Yeah, I do. That's why they're having this review on June coming up. Because basically, you can basically think of almost the key. You can see how integrated it is into the government. It's almost like a branch of the government. It's almost kind of like Lockheed and the United States. Okay? Lockheed is like the core for high-tech national defense stuff. Alright? Lockheed will be one of the last companies, the last companies on Earth surviving, because it is the defense of the country. The government will not let Lockheed go down. Okay? Same as the key. If the key's basically handling the computer structure, the computer synchronization and the identity for China, and it's controlled by China. Yeah, that's how they do things. They get something that works, it's integrated, and they improve upon it. And yeah, so I think they will. If it works for one, it'll work for all. Rural areas, yeah, they're not kind of included. But those that are included, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I think they'll put all their eggs in one basket on that. On the key for what it's doing as far as accessing basically highly secure data, like national security stuff. Yeah, it would be difficult for a competitor to actually come in. Okay. Oh, and Sir Tony says, believe it or not, I had given up on the key and sold 90% of the key tonight. 5 minutes later, an alert popped up on my phone, so repurchased. Good for you. So you sold, so let me guess, you were just doing a trade, man. So you probably sold a little bit higher and bought in lower, right? And got more. So that's great. Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome back, Sir Tony. Oh, and says Fawad says he respectfully disagrees, brother. Lastos is bigger than both the key and VeChain in terms of value. No, Lastos is going down, bro. They used to be big. They used to be talking about an operating system. Those days are gone. They're no longer going to be competing with Windows or Linux. I was thinking they'd be huge too, but man, check them out again. Convince me otherwise. How in the world could Elastos be bigger than the key alone? How? I just said the keys doing Social Security, it's doing the welfare, it's doing the pensions, it's doing the medical, it's doing the insurance, it's doing property insurance, it's doing life insurance, it's doing identity verification, it's hooking into this national social scoring. So if you make a bad post on or you're looking up something bad on Baidu, and you shouldn't be looking at that, or you wrote an article someplace, and so it lowers your social score. When you're tapping into these things, it's going to be using the key for identification. It's going to be their online identification for China. Elastos, nothing compares except VeChain. VeChain is bigger than Digibyte, sad to say. It can be. VeChain can actually be bigger than Bitcoin. Imagine that. Dances says, yeah, I do, Fawad, convince me otherwise on Elastos, okay? I look forward to it. Dances says, what is a good wallet for VeChain? Use the official one. Go to their Reddit page, and on their daily chat, they have a list of the wallet there. And the mobile wallet for VeChain is good. Okay, that is a good one. Okay, so Fawad answers, TKY and VeChain can empower the Chinese state. Elastos, on the other hand, if successful, would reduce the Chinese government's ability to play Big Brother. Their firewall would become useless. Well, there you go. There's the exact reason on why Elastos won't become large or allowed to become large. China is totally uninterested in reducing their Big Brother role. They haven't forgotten Tiananmen Square. I do appreciate that line of reasoning, but it's my opinion that China still wants to be Big Brother, and just looking at their social scoring, it's going to be even bigger brother. And can China stop Elastos from operating in China? Absolutely. They will track every single person down running a node and arrest them if need so. Okay, he also says, let's assume that TKY isn't important, as I say, or a branch of the government. Then why would China allow TKY tokens to be on the hand of foreigners like us? China does everything it can to keep foreigners out. Yeah, that's a valid point. That is a concern. I said earlier to where, yeah, they could just privatize the whole thing, and people like us could be out. It's part of the risk that we take. Okay, it's a calculated risk. There's very few things we can go on that point otherwise, and that's where the key is actually talking to other countries. So they want to roll it out to other countries, and then China is starting to really change their mind on external investment coming in. Okay, they realize they just can't be that closed. It's hurting their economy. And they might be communists, but man, during the day they're communists, but at night they're capitalist. I mean, they want the money. They want the money. But also, let's assume that you have the key and you can track. Let's say you have to sign on to, the National Exchange of China, okay, for crypto. And you have to be registered, and it's going to be through the key. So they know absolutely, positively that is you. When you go to withdraw funds, whammo. When you go to transfer funds out, they can say, oh, this person is a citizen of China. Do not allow transfer out of the exchange. You see that? But if they're a person coming from the outside, okay, allow the transfer. But what happens though? Think of it being a casino where people come in, Okay, sure, you can spend your money here. Yeah, we'll let you leave. So next time you can come and spend your money here. There's always a lot more losers than winners. And so they're going to allow the investment to come in. It will strengthen China. So we'll see. But that's a very interesting topic there. That's, it'd be fun to get into on this chat, but that's going to take way too long. Interesting dynamics there. Fawad says they have their own Google. Yeah, it's called Baidu, the world's largest search engine. Baidu. Uber, Facebook, and many other companies. Google might have its own key. Its own... not quite sure what you mean, but Google might have its own crypto. Uber might have its own. Facebook's working on it, right? And many other companies. That's absolutely right. As well as other banks. We have banks doing this. We have companies doing this. Everybody's trying to make their own crypto. And it's very interesting to see. It's like there's a disassociation from the dollar that's happening right now. It's very interesting. We're living in history. Very, very interesting. So hopefully I interpreted that right, Fawad. Hey, Crypto Mike says, yo, yo, yo. Hey, Cove Fefe. Yeah, Cove Fefe. That wasn't a misspelling, was it there, Crypto Mike? No. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, that has to deal actually with this QAnon thing. And that was a Trump tweet. And everybody thought he spelled coffee wrong. But it has to deal with something else, like a regulation. Interesting stuff there. So, hey, Crypto Mike. Think China would 51% attack BTC? No. They don't need to. They have a bunch of miners. That will be interesting in the future to see the U.S. trying to mine BTC with the mining farms against the Chinese mining farms, and that'll be interesting. And then how the countries will actually try to outmine the other. So let's say when the Russian ruble gets on board, are they going to have mining? If so, okay, well, how many rubles is the U.S. going to mine and stuff like that? It could be an interesting scenario in the future. So yeah, hey, thanks. He says, hey, hope you're doing well, Aaron. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Okay, and so Fuad back again. Thanks for the comments, Fuad. Says, but they can't stop Elastos from becoming big. It's too decentralized. There's already 1 million node, with most of them in China. Dude, understand China. They will track down 1 million people. They will make it illegal. They will track down 300 million if need be. They will put bounties on their heads. Their friends will turn them in. The people will turn them in so they can raise their social score, so they can then take the train, or they can get better seats, or maybe they'll be allowed to leave the country for vacation. They will turn these people in and they will get them all. So once merged, so let me continue that. Once merge mining with Bitcoin happens, Elastos hash power will go crazy. Yeah. China can make Bitcoin go away in China, and they can make Elastos go away. All right, they can shut it all down in their country. They have not forgotten Tiananmen Square. We're talking about a country that only allowed people to have one kid. We're talking about a country that in the past, where if you had a daughter, they'd throw her in the river to die. Okay? We're talking about a country that, yes, used to be great and has a very, very rich history of innovation and technology and huge advancements way in the past. Don't underestimate China's desire to be number one someday, and they'll get there by any means. Okay? And yeah, perhaps I have a darker view of China than most. I don't think it's dark or bright. I think it's realistic. Okay, so Crypto Mike's asking, energy behind BGG and Link. Bitcoin Gold used to have a lot of energy behind it, and then it just went away. Link, not a whole lot of energy. Digibyte has way, way, way more energy than both of those. And I'm talking long-term energy, okay? I'm not talking about your daily swings or monthly swings or stuff like that. You can get good price action on both of those coins, okay? But as far as me, I'm not interested in either of them. They don't think of getting a coin, putting in a safety deposit box for 10 years, you can't access it, and then after 10 years you open it up. Is it going to be of any value then? That's what I mean by energy. Kim J asks, is Alibaba involved in any crypto that you know of? Yeah, they sued that one coin. They called them the Alibaba coin. I wouldn't be surprised if that's another company that tries to create their own crypto. So we don't know. We don't know about that yet. Is Russia involved using TKY? Not that I know of. I haven't seen. The only thing I've seen hints or clues to has been Australia and the US. Russia, don't know. I don't know if they'll actually go that way as far as wanting to track stuff like that. Russia's a little bit different. The US definitely wants to track people, okay? Big time. Big time. But not in an open way. China wants to do it big time. East Germany used to, right? Track everything. Russia used to, but it's a little bit different now. I think Russia just wants the damn money right now. They don't care. They're at a different stage. Okay, so Fawad has a good thing. He has really good, interesting points. Smart guy. So, let's see what he says. He says, let's say, hypothetically, everything I say happens outside of China. There are still billions of people that can use and benefit from Elastos. Thus, Elastos has potential to be bigger than both TKY and VeChain. It could. I mean, TKY could be just confined to China, and it would still be giganormous, okay? And that's because we're looking at, let's say, what, 1.3 billion people, and let's say each uses the key monthly for whatever reason, because it's education, it's medical, so let's say it gets used by people, let's say on a month there's 5 to 10 billion transactions on the key a month. Billion with a B, okay? That's kind of like the thing I'm looking at. For VeChain, I'm looking in the trillions of transactions. That's right, T with a tango, trillions. And that's on their net. The TKY could be more, but VeChain handles it a little bit differently. They're not doing a lot of the database lookups and stuff that the key is doing. But Elastos, if Elastos gets integrated every place else, Elastos could be, I'm not saying it can't, it could be good sized, yeah. Okay. It could be bigger than both the key and VeChain. I don't think so. I mean, VeChain is going to be crypto for business. That means purchase orders. That means orders. That's manufacturing. It's in clothes. It's in wine. It's in food tracking. It's going into the pharmaceutical tracking. It's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It's getting into gaming. So you have VeChain is just giganormous. Tremendous potential. And Elastos is actually going to have pretty severe competition from Holochain. So don't forget Holochain. But it's not like I hate Elastos at all. Don't get me wrong. Okay? I just think I'm saying TKY could be giganormous. Same as VeChain. Tremendous, huge. Elastos could be huge as well. Okay? I don't think it's to the magnitude of VeChain or TKY. It's up there, yeah. It's a decent, certainly a decent crypto. It's not like one of the garbage coins out there. Can they print more TKY? I don't think so, man. What happens when too much TKY is lost or kept in wallets? The price goes up. You're going to have less when you have equal demand and supply goes down, that's an increase in price. You don't think 10 billion is enough for the volume they're talking about? Yeah, I was trying to be conservative there. Because if you have people going to, how many times do people go to the pharmacy? How many are on Social Security? How many users are going to log on to the National Cryptocurrency Exchange, right? And how many times a day, right? It's going to cost them the key to do that. The social scoring thing, it's beyond belief. It's the reason why the key had to get off of Neo, because Neo could not handle it. They were hoping Neo could, okay, but they couldn't. And so now I think the key is working with some really big guns and developers. They have a ton of developers. I think they have like 300 or something like that. And then they're working with national security level data. So they've got to have some government help on that side as well, as far as integration, because it's being woven into the fabric of the country. That's what it's doing. And why? It's okay. Well, what's the real reason? Think of how easy it would be to extract taxes from somebody. Yeah. And then what it is you can say, okay, well, you've done well. You can actually pick up your medicine that you need. You made a bad post. We're sorry. You can't pick up your medicine. You're going to have to get sick and die. Yeah. They want that in a bad way, in a real bad way. So we'll see. 10 billion might be very, very low, and I actually think it is. Okay, because that's per month. Yeah, nationwide it could be. I don't know. Give me a number. Very good thing. Fawad says, as my old philosophy professor would say, truth is the daughter of time. We shall see in time, my friend, which one will be bigger. Yeah, it's like I can't say 100% Elastos isn't going to be bigger. I'm thinking it's not going to be, but it could be. All right, there's that probability, that chance, absolutely. It could go to 0. VeChain could go to 0. TKY might not even get off the ground in June, so we'll see. It might get privatized. I don't know. It's a chance. We'll see. It might stay the same price for a very, very long time. I don't know. We'll see. It's just something that we're just going to have to see. So anyway, I think I'll close it up there, guys. Good quote. Thank you, Fawad, and have a great night, and have a good day, mates, to all those guys in Sydney and Australia and all those other places. So yeah, check it out. Go ahead and hit like, subscribe, get notified, and put your comments on what you think about the key, TKY. Have a good one. Bye-bye.